Hello, beautiful women. I'm Gina Giro, and I want to welcome you back to day 2 of the Own Your Gorgeous mini course. I'm loving the messages of aha moments and what you are learning from doing the activity on day 1 in the Facebook group. If you haven't listened to day 1 yet, go back and do that now. So today on day 2, we are talking about quieting down the noise and letting go of that impossible to reach standard of perfection. We all have what I am calling noise in different areas of our lives, but today I'm going to be talking specifically about food, diet, and exercise noise. And that is not a term that I came up with. I think I actually got it from Bethany Frankel in one of her books that I read of hers years ago. And I've just sort of adopted the term as my own. So noise is a lot like the negative self-talk we talked about yesterday. It sounds like, I shouldn't eat that. This is bad for me. Oh, it's my cheat day. I was bad last night, referring to food. Or I've been good all week. I wonder what I weigh now. I'll just weigh myself, but it won't mean anything. I just want to know. And it's like this rant that continues in our mind. It really offers us nothing, and that's why it's just a bunch of noise. And today there are tons of programs on the market, and it seems many of us are always on a diet, except we don't call them diets anymore. This is 2017. They're called nutrition plans, or a 30-day cleanse, or a 6-week challenge. It's so common that just people casually say, oh, I'm on Whole30. I'm doing the TIU bikini series. I'm doing the master cleanse. I'm going keto. I'm doing the 30-day whatever challenge. And I'm all for goal setting and pushing boundaries and challenging ourselves. But that being said, the diet and nutrition plan culture has gotten so embedded in our minds. And when it's not on our minds and in our behavior, when it is in our minds and acted out in our behavior, our children start to absorb that kind of thinking. In fact, a few weeks ago, my boyfriend's youngest daughter, who's 11, she was drinking a Muscle Milk protein shake, and she said, is this okay to drink even when I'm not being healthy? And she really enjoys the taste of those, but it's kind of considered a health food. And if I'm not on a healthy food plan right now, should I be drinking this? I don't know what it's like in other parts of the world, but in America, we have this on-program, off-program mentality as if we're taking a break from our bodies, which really can't ever happen. When you think you'll start a plan on Monday or in a week because of all your social engagements coming up over the next 5 days, and you eat recklessly until your first day or until you get on your plan, you're really just kidding yourself. We are always on a program 24/7, and it's called our life. So none of these programs are inherently bad. I in fact, think that the programs themselves are good and have good intentions. And they all work if you stay consistent. But what I want to offer you is that eating whatever you want in moderation, listening to your body, and getting some activity in several times a week also works. And it's a lot more freeing, it's less stressful, definitely less self-punishing. There's less deprivation and puts you in a state of having more power. And you might be thinking, if I let myself eat whatever I want, I would be eating everything in sight or everything that's bad for me. And actually the opposite is true because I have been there. The reason why I'm sharing all of this is because I understand the struggle. I've been on a diet or a nutrition plan or a challenge or wrapping my body with products out there or just you name it. I've been there for probably the last 10 or 15 years. And since I gave all that up months ago, I have not gained any weight. I actually do not know what I weigh because I also stopped weighing myself. And it is so freeing because now I can, I don't want to use the word judge, but I can evaluate my body by how I feel, how my energy is, how I think I look, not by what a number on a scale says. So when you remove the limits and say that you can have anything you want, you remove all temptation and resistance. And we've all heard this quote, "What you resist persists." When you allow yourself the ability and the freedom to have anything you want, your mind can shift into a new way of being, and it won't be so drawn to what it can't have. So ask yourself, what would it feel like to have no restrictions around eating? And I'm going to have you answer this question as your activity on the fun sheet. So then we also have exercise noise. This might sound like, I only did 20 minutes of cardio. Oh, that class is so hard. I want to work out, but I don't know what to do. Zumba looks fun, but what if I mess up? I'd be so embarrassed. My girlfriend Cindy spins, but I don't know if I can do it. You know, it's like if you did 20 minutes of cardio, we feel like we should have done 45. If you're on a cleanse, then you tend to tell people about, we tell people about the times that we cheated on the cleanse. Well, I've been good, but I did have, a glass of wine last night. That's usually not on a cleanse. So this term cheat day has really done us a disservice to everyone. There's no cheating when it comes to living your life. Eating is part of living, but we've conditioned ourselves to think we are on a plan or off a plan with this term. And as you try to let go of the term cheat day, try using treat day or treat meal. Saying that you're having a treat versus having a cheat is much more beneficial to your mind and your body. So all this noise has a common thread. It is full of self-doubt and judgment, and it's beating us up. The underlying tone here is, I wasn't perfect, or it wasn't perfect, or I won't be good enough, it wasn't good enough. And perfection is really the lowest standard of all. Waiting until things are perfect or until you're perfect or until things are good enough keeps us from ever trying in the first place because it's never going to be perfect or it's never going to be good enough. So what's the point? Striving for perfection or just expecting that everything will be perfect will stress you out. It'll keep you small. It'll steal your happiness. And perfection ain't never gonna happen. So the more you can ease into that, accept it, and just own it, you can begin to experience more love for yourself and so much less judgment, less comparing yourself to anyone else, and no competing with anyone besides yourself ever. So the people you love most and who love you the most, your community, your congregation, your kids, your employer, your best friends, they do not need you to be perfect. They need you to be happy and fulfilled. They need you to be in a good mood and to be taken care of inside out. So what I know for sure is that your body wants to be moved. Notice I did not say your body wants to run 5 miles 4 times a week, or your body wants your heart rate to be at 135 beats per minute for a sustained 37 minutes. I didn't say your body wants you to do acrobatic yoga 90 minutes, 7 days a week. If that's your jam, that is awesome. Keep it up. If your body thrives at that level and your self-care is on point, then you're doing it. But you must do the activity that most honors your body. So ask yourself, what do you have the most fun doing? And then go do that. Exercise or move your body for the endorphins. Do it for the extra energy or for the fun of it. I promise if you do that and keep that as your focus, you will keep doing it and keep having fun with what you're doing, and weight loss or toning up or just your clothes feeling a little bit more comfortable will just be an added side effect. Weight loss is not the sole purpose of exercise. It's just a side effect. So if you focus, I'll just say it one more time because I think it's so important. Focus on, I'm exercising for the endorphins. This makes my back hurt less when I'm doing this regularly. I think that this is fun. You will keep your body moving and have fun, and the weight loss will just happen. Like I said, it is a side effect, one of many side effects, but it is not the sole purpose. And when you can quiet down the noise or the judgments in your mind and ask yourself what you would most enjoy, when you're enjoying yourself, your body feels good after a particular activity, and you're much more likely to do that activity again. So instead of, so all that being said, here's the truth bomb. You are the one in control of it all, of where your focus is, of the thoughts you think. You're in control of the decisions you make, or of your calendar and what goes on it. If you don't love the way you feel about yourself or a particular area of your life, you can change it. And that's actually really good news, because if everything is his fault or their fault or her fault, then you're just screwed. But if it's on you, then you have all of the power to turn things around, and that really is good news. It puts you in a place of empowerment and not in the place of a victim. There are no victims in life. So I want you to know that you are not in competition with anyone else's workout or fitness level or just their body. This noise, I believe, comes when we compare ourselves to others, to what others have said or what they've done or recommended we do. We wonder, what will they think of me? Will I be judged? Or we think about, how am I going to feel around them? But nobody can make you feel anything except for you. And you're never going to be able to make everyone happy, so you might as well make yourself happy and well taken care of, because their happiness and self-care is their responsibility. Just like I explained that your happiness and self-care is your responsibility. So I believe in CANI, that is an acronym for constant and never-ending improvement. And that happens when we do the work on ourselves, when we learn from our mistake and take new actions next time, demonstrating that we've actually learned. It's like you've learned your lesson when your actions change. And when we improve and expand on our current beliefs, this is when we grow, and growth is important to us all, because if you're not growing, then, I don't want to say it. So I know I've covered a lot today, and I want you to get your fun sheet using the button below. Please do the journaling exercise. The change happens in your actions, not just by answering this in your mind. So when you put pen to paper, you will get much more out of this course. And of course, I want to hear your takeaways in the Facebook group. So click the button at the very bottom and it'll lead you straight there. I will be so excited for day 3. It is going to be the subconscious mind, one of my favorite subjects to learn about and to talk about and to really play with. So I love you. I thank you for being here with me today, and I will talk to you on day 3.